What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Dave Cave Dave review. I'm Dave, coming at you from the Dave Cave, and tonight I'm having a look at the DC Multiverse Collector's Edition Wave 3 with some Wonder Woman tacked onto the end there. I know these guys aren't new figures, but I really wanted to review this wave, so they've been sitting on the Dave Cave floor for literal months until I found myself the time to sit down and review them. And, you know, nothing else more important has landed in my lap that's kind of taken precedence, you know, much like the Crisis Wave did. So yeah, gonna go straight down the line, guys. I'm gonna start with the Green Lantern Batman, do Captain Carrot, Mr. Chonky Superman there with Mr. Goodest Boy, and we'll do the Wonder Woman at the end there, guys. And yeah, before we do that though, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Help me grow the channel, guys, and get it out there. And yeah, help me get seen by as many people as possible. I feel like I'm doing some fun stuff here, so help us out. Alrighty, guys, with that out the way, let's get into it, man. Let's do this. Okay, guys, Batman as Green Lantern. I guess this is a figure that is in this wave, and he's a collector's edition figure, so he costs more, but I kind of don't see it. I get it. Batman keeps the lights on. I think this is okay. If you've never had a Batman as Green Lantern figure, this is pretty cool. But I've got a pretty good one from DC Direct, and I kind of didn't need another one. It feels a bit gimmicky, but it's cool. I get it. You know, if you don't have one, this is probably great. He poses real nice. He has that ridiculous screaming head. So, you know, when you have him in a pose, he does look like he's upset about something, that's for sure. But yeah, I guess if you don't have him in a pose and he's just on your shelf, in vanilla pose, standing there screaming, looking over at my Aquaman right now, he's just screaming at me from the shelf there. It's kind of ridiculous, but look, the screaming face is, I see what they're going for. It looks great when he's posed, but look, overall, I think this figure kind of sucks, to be honest. I don't see the value in it. I don't know why he's in this wave. This is all probably reuse. There's that ridiculous gap under his chin. I mean, like, geez, look at that. That's ridiculous, man. That's bonkers. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Not the greatest, but I'll take it. It's fine. Whatever. Alrighty, let's move on to some good shit. Let's do Captain Carrot. Carrot, what do I say here, guys, except for this might be the single greatest DC Multiverse figure ever to be released. I am over the moon with this guy. He is everything I wanted him to be and more. You know, the fact that we even got a Captain Carrot at all is mind-boggling, and you know, he's done this well is just astounding. You know, from the top of his head to from the tips of his ears, I should say, to his toes, he looks to be all new sculpt. He's highly articulated. He's got articulation that other figures don't even have, guys. Like, this is a collector's edition figure, and you know, the sculpt is just incredible. I mean, that face, the fur, the mouth, everything is just done perfectly. The ears, guys, are articulated. We've got little ball joints in there. He's super comic accurate, guys. He looks exactly like he did in Multiversity and in Infinity Frontier. And you know, the texture on his suit there is incredible. Look at the texture on his cape. I mean, you could be fooled that it was leather. And you know, they even painted his little bushy tail there, guys, and stuck it onto the rubber crotch piece there. It's just really, really astounding stuff. Like, probably, my goodness, you know, easily my favorite DC Multiverse figure. Yeah, I really can't gush about this guy enough. This is a 10 out of 10 figure. This is an 11 out of 10 figure. This is really just astronomical. Wow, brilliant stuff. Let's move on. Okay, guys, time to do a quick lore segment. Now, I figure Captain Carrot is a great subject for a lore segment in this video. We all know Wonder Woman, we know Batman, we know Green Lantern, and we know Superman and Krypto. So I figured it would be prudent to do a lore segment on the lesser known character in this wave. I'm sure some of you have no idea who Captain Carrot is. I'm sure some of you do, but I thought it'd be a good idea to have a quick look at Grant Morrison's Multiversity. This was Grant Morrison's attempt to make sense of the DC multiverse, not the action figures, but the you know, the multiverse within the DC universe, you know, within the DC Comics lore. And much like Crisis on Infinite Earths simplified things, you know, Grant Morrison did what he does best and complicates things by bringing back the multiverse. So he tried to kind of give us a guidebook for the multiverse and essentially write explanations for 52 different universes in the middle here, guys. So yeah, you know, he gives us a background on the Justice Lords and the Batman Beyond future, and yeah, all kinds of different alternate Earths. I think he gives us a little New 52, the Justice Society, New Frontier universe, yeah, all kinds of stuff. Now, what Grant Morrison does here in this book is he gives us a multiversal threat for a bunch of heroes across the multiverse to come together, including Val Zod here, the African-American Superman president, and our man Captain Carrot. He brings them all together and gets them to team up, form Justice League Incarnate, I think it is, and you know, put an end to the multiversal threat. Now, yeah, really awesome stuff, and you know, a Grant Morrison book that I actually understood. He, you know, I know he tries to complicate things, but you know, he stuck the landing for this one. Now, having a look over here, you can see this panel here of Mr. Captain Carrot there, kind of pointing his finger. Now, I've got Captain Carrot in his pointing pose here, and now, as you can see there, guys, here the ribbing on his hand, on the underside, the yellow of his hand matches the ribbing in the panel there. So just an example of just how comic accurate they've made this guy. Really amazing stuff there, guys. So yeah, you know, everything on the suit, guys, the carrots on either side of his kind of chest piece here, the carrot behind the sea, everything is accurate to what is on the page in this book and in Infinite Frontier. So yeah, really awesome stuff. Really encouraging to see that, you know, Todd takes his liberties with some of his characters, but for this guy, he really went comic accurate, and I love it. Let's move on. Okay, so the Superman and Krypto from the Return of Superman. This is an interesting set for me. Yeah, I've kind of toed and froed on this guy for a while. Ever since seeing those early images, I remember thinking he just looked absolutely ridiculous. Superman looking like a roided out absolute unit of a bloke. Just super chunky there. For a figure in the like comic mainline, just seemed really weird to me. Like obviously, you know, we know the Buck is the Dark Knight Returns Superman Buck, and that figure works fine in context, right? It's based on the Frank Miller art, and you know, this guy, I don't know, like how do I stand him next to the Superman from the Superman Doomsday 2-pack? And you know, thematically, how does that Superman Doomsday figure go from that size to this size in the space of a year while he's dead? You know, like what exactly was the solar suit doing to him, right? Just pumping him full of protein shakes. But look, you know, immersion issues aside, he's, you know, in hand, this is a solid figure. He's really nice. The colors are beautiful, and you know, he's not as weirdly disproportionate as I thought he would be. It kind of works, and you know, maybe I won't stand him next to the Doomsday Superman, and I'll just stand him on his own. But yeah, I like having a chunky Superman. This is cool. Now, as far as the Krypto goes, yeah, in the images, I thought he really looked like a cheap, you know, $2 shop farm animal set dog. You know, like just one of those dime a dozen little toys you get in a farm set. But look, in hand, the sculpt's really nice. Some articulation would have been great. I mean, I could pull down my G.I. Joe classified timber there, you know, Snake Eyes Wolf. In fact, I might do that right now. And you know, let's compare. I would absolutely pay 2-pack prices for a Krypto with this level of articulation, right? The hell, dude, like this figure is incredible. And yeah, absolutely, I would have paid 2-pack prices for a Krypto like that. You know, there is one point of articulation in the head, but you know, look, overall, the sculpt is actually really nice. And just in the sculpt alone, I feel like they've done good old Krypto justice, you know? Good old noble little Krypto. His cape is pretty crap. So I really would have preferred a sculpted cape, or they could have given us a wide cape, especially since it's a collector's edition figure. And you know, we've only got one set of hands, and this crappy action figure stand. Like they could have given us one more thing, right? Just an articulated cape. Or a plastic cape. That really would have elevated this guy, but you know what? That's totally fine. It's a fine set. It works well, and yeah, I like having these guys. This is a surprise. The surprise of the set. How's that? Yeah. Alrighty, let's keep going, guys. One left. Let's do Wonder Woman. Finally, guys, here we have Wonder Woman, the long-awaited, long-overdue member of DC's Trinity. And she's here in the flesh, guys, and she really doesn't disappoint. I'm pretty stoked with her. I think she's going to sit really nicely in any kind of Justice League lineup. There's a little bit of reuse here and there. I'm looking at the accessories there, guys. But overall, this is pretty nice, pretty clean. Really nice sculpt there, really nice buck. The paint that they've used for the bodice there, the abdomen, and the star-spangled shorts there look absolutely fantastic, guys. I think the face is awesome. I don't know what people are complaining about. People will complain though, won't they? Look, I think they've given us some nice accessories there. I don't know what the deal is with that lasso. It's got a little loop of tape around it, but I've seen people take their tape off and then it just turns into an unwieldy mess of, string. So I think what I'm going to do is put a little dab of hot glue on that just to keep it together, and that should make it fit nicer in the little belt loop there that she's got. I think the belt loop is a little ugly there. It's also quite gummy, it's quite pliable, so I don't know how well it's going to hold it in. But look, I think overall, these little nitpicks aside do not take away from the fact that we got a really cool Wonder Woman. I think she's great. Now, the key art there says that she's from Who is Wonder Woman, which was a comic book run by Alan Heinberg and Terry and Rachel Dodson on the pencils and art there. And yeah, look, I think it's interesting that they've picked Who is Wonder Woman. I think it's an amazing run. It's a really awesome run, actually, from I think right before the New 52, and then Azzarello took over with New 52. And yeah, I think, look, despite them kind of time stamping her with Who is Wonder Woman with the Heinberg run, I think that, yeah, this is a pretty kind of timeless version of the character. And yeah, she's a home run. She's really good. Alrighty, guys, let's do a couple of quick comparisons. We'll look at the whole wave together, slap a couple of new figures in there, and we're going to call it done. We'll see you then. Okay, so time for some quick comparisons. First off, this is how they scale with each other. Next, we're going to have a look at how these figures scale with some other figures in the DC Multiverse line. Then we'll have a look and see how they scale with other figures that aren't in the 7-inch scale. Now here they are with a selection of the Charlton Comics characters that I own. On the right we've got the Blue Beetle and the John Cena Peacemaker behind him. On the left there we've got Shazam, and because I don't have Captain Atom up the back, we've got the DC Direct, Watchmen movie, Dr. Manhattan. Now here they are with the DC Multiverse Sinestro, Anti-Monitor up the back, and on the right the Crisis Wave, Monitor. Okay, now here they are with a selection of randoms. We've got the Black Series Bib Fortuna, Motu Origins Cobra Khan, Lightning Collection Deluxe Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Green Ranger. On the right here we've got the Red Skull from the Marvel Legends, and to the far right, the handsomest boy, the DC Direct Jack Kirby's New Gods, Light Ray. Okie dokie, guys, time for my final thoughts on this wave. Overall, they're an interesting bunch. Some pretty high highs with the Captain Carrot there. Still gotta say, one of my favorite DC Multiverse figures. Might have knocked old Rebirth Wally West off the throne there. And the Wonder Woman is fantastic. Really enjoying the chonky Superman. And look at Mr. Batman there screaming away because he's in last place. And who can forget the goodest boy, Krypto? Yeah, really nice little addition there, the Krypto. Not as disappointed with him as I thought I would be. So yeah, like an interesting little bunch here, guys. What I didn't realize initially was that we actually get the entire Trinity in this wave. We got Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and we get a Captain Carrot and a Krypto. So look, I don't know how I feel about getting 2 more variations of Batman and Superman in a collector's edition wave, but I gotta say, Captain Carrot more than makes up for any shortcomings of the other figures. And look, I gotta say, I'm super excited for a collector's edition wave 4. That Captain Boomerang looks sensational, and give me all the Starfire and the Platinum Blackfire that I can get. Fantastic stuff. So yeah, that's it from me for tonight, guys. I'm gonna bust out of here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please, one more time, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and help me grow the channel, guys. Once again, guys, I'm Dave, coming at you from the Dave Cave, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care until then.